this title, this one was given in 2017. It indicates that the Legislation Land Act, Cap number 3 of 2012, Section 108, the Registered Land Act, Chapter 300, repealed. This is the way the Kenyan titles are at the moment. So you cannot have a title in 2017 with this in this format, and then you have one in 2019 in this kind of format. So this is a fake paper, an obsolete paper, and it cannot confer any title to anybody. When you look at this paper again, the same purported title for the Mara, the government of Narok, the so-called the county government of Narok. Look at title number. It should have been title number. It should have been, because this land is maybe in Narok, it should have been either Transmara or Transmara, and then it goes on to explain where. This one, for example, Moita, but here it gives LR 212713. This is actually what is given when you give certificate of lease, not a title deed. So this one actually indicates that there is nothing like this, unless and until the governor comes out to the and explains to the Kenyan people what is the meaning of this, because there is no title here. When you look at, there is a document which is a public document, which was given on 14th November 2019. This is actually from the National Land Commission. It is the county government of Narok. And what they are saying, and I think I can relate to the title here, the so-called title, is that there was a letter of allotment for the Mara Triangle National Reserve. And it says that the area is 48,500 hectares, which is almost measuring to what is in the title. It's for a term of 99 years from 1st of November 2019. So when you look at this title, when you look at the title, it's actually dated 1st day November 2019, which means then they purportedly got a lease from the National Land Commission, which is an illegality, because you cannot give a lease on trust land. It can only be an absolute title. You cannot purport to give it for 99 years. So there is already an anomaly, and I believe now, considering the title number, this is actually a lease, which means the people of Narok have been deprived of their land. Instead of them getting an absolute title, they are getting a lease. Now, when you go again down, I like the Kenyan people to know that the size of the Mara Triangle is actually 51,000 hectares. 51,000 hectares. And when you translate it into acres, it adds up to 127,500 acres. That when you convert what is here, the hectares that are here, it is 48,152 hectares. So if you subtract, because that one will then add to what's on the so-called title, is 120,380 acres. So when you subtract what's supposed to be the official size of the Mara Triangle, you'll find that it is supposed to be 127,500, but what's on the title is 120,380 acres. So there is actually a deficit of 7,120 acres, which is not indicated on this piece of paper. So what is the 1,120 acres of the Mara Triangle, if this title is so-called title is for the Mara Triangle? So somebody has taken 7,120 acres out of the Mara Triangle. So this paper, which is nothing, has automatically excluded 7,120 acres for somebody. And I believe any intelligent person knows this is not a title. So I think the intention is simply this, that we just remove this 120 acres, put it aside, and then the other remaining 7,000 is not known by anybody to exist. So we just take it. Somebody has taken 7,120 acres, and we want the governor to say who has taken it, where are the documents for it, because that is actually what we call grabbing 7,030 acres. Even when you look at these papers, if I may go back to it, this is the title. There is this so-called lottery of allotment. It says it's 48,500 hectares. Yet, what is here, after you remove even the so-called 7,000, you'll find that this one is still less from the allotment by 870 acres. So another 870 acres was taken away from what was contained in the matter of allotment. Okay? So the question is, what is happening? When you look at the title again, the so-called title, which is not a title deed, there is no title that does not indicate the registry map sheet number. Look at it here. Where is it? How do you identify this land without the registry sheet number? The document from the beginning and the face of it is actually obsolete. It's nothing. It's a title that could not have been given after 2013. It's nothing. So, to which lease does this? To which land does this lease relate to? Nothing. So when you go again to the same title, now you go down. Normally, they say given under my hand and seal of the Narok District Land Register. First of all, if you are talking about the Mara Triangle, the Mara Triangle does not come under the Narok Registry. It comes under the Transmara Registry. But even here, okay, even here, you'll find that they don't have, the document doesn't have the land registrar's number. You know, each individual registrar, if you look at this title, the land registrar, it gives a number and it gives a name, it's here. Okay? This is actually, I think, the Transmara person in 2017. So where is the registrar? Why any reasonable person or anybody, person who believes in the rule of law, should actually let the head of state present such a document, which they know very well is a nullity. And in that regard, I would like to call upon the President of the Republic of Kenya to recall this title, so-called title deed, because there is no title deed there, to summon the officers who gave this title, Uhuru purportedly gave it, and to sanction them, because this one is a height of criminal activity. And if this is how the government of Kenya works now, then we just say that we have lost it and we are not under any rule of law anymore. So when you see people parading a title that is non-existent, one wonders what is happening to this country. So we want to know where 7,000 acres disappeared to. We want to know how somebody can make a fake title which does not correspond to the dictates of the law. Okay? And we want to also know, because this land belongs to the people of Narok, more specifically the Syria people, whether they were ever consulted on most of this issue. Whether they were told that 7,000 out of the land disappeared. To be told whether, okay, what this piece of paper amounts, because it does not amount to a title. We want to know how land, if this is a lease, it's indicated here, how trust land, which belongs to a community, can actually be listed to them by who? Because the National Land Commission does not have control over community land. In fact, it's my demand that, considering this kind of activity, illegal activity, that lease land now in total revert back to the community, because we are not feeling secure with this kind of papers. In fact, somebody might even transfer the whole land to themselves. Now, apart from that, this one is now the Mara Triangle, because I believe this is the Mara Triangle, considering the size. It must be well known, or it must be known by all Kenyans, that there is a main, the larger Mara. The larger Mara consists of 101,653.2 hectares, which translates into 254,133 acres. Why did we not also get a title or the purported title for this bigger chunk of land? Where is it? Who owns it? Because we are made to understand there was a lease which was prepared, which is also an illegality for this land. We want to know whether there is that lease so that it can be converted into an absolute title. And if it is there, who has it? You know, custody is it in? Who has custody of that document? Does it incorporate all the lands that purportedly that people purportedly attempted to grab? That's the Oltuompo area, Makari area, and other places. Because we fear that this one is a bigger scheme to ensure that this land is actually grabbed. We want to be told where that document is. But as far as I am concerned, and as far as the Maasai people are concerned, this is a fraudulent activity which cannot be accepted. And I would like to ask the Maasai lawyers to come out, because you've got many very competent Maasai lawyers. Come out, study this document, and please challenge it. We want the Cabinet Secretary for Lands to come out and explain what this document is all about. This is not something that anyone will keep quiet about. So that is it, and we are demanding that this matter be taken over by the agencies concerned, be it anti-corruption, be it the DCI. It must be taken up, because even the activity itself of presenting to the public through the President of the Republic of Kenya, something that is not valid, that itself is actually a criminal activity that the president must actually call those people to account, because we know the president is a clean person. He has nothing personal about these things. Ensure that the title is valid, and that we get the Maasai Mao title deed also for the community. And we are requesting him to ensure that these activities, these criminal activities, do not continue elsewhere. And this one calls for a scrutiny of all the titles that were given to communities like Samburu and every other place, because there is a probability that such kind of illegality also took place in those areas, and people are just being hoodwinked so that they forget what has been removed from their areas of jurisdiction or their parcels of land, with the preparation of having the normal land grabbers take up that land.